In this short video recording, we're going to take a look at some steps that you can follow to create cross-section sheets found inside of Carlson Civil. To begin, I'm going to launch into the software and open up a project that I've been working on, and this is the US Highway 52 project up in northeastern Iowa. And we go ahead and open this up. We have some cross-section data that was generated through the results of the process road design commands found underneath the roads menu of Carlson Civil. So the result of my process road design was a pair of output cross-section files, a Highway 52 finished ground cross-section and a Highway 52 existing ground cross-sections. We're going to take a look at these cross-section files through my sections menu, and I'll choose the input edit section file command. And I'll take a look at the finished ground cross-section data and compare it also with the existing ground cross-section data. And then I can choose the station values that I want to take a look at. So if I choose edit here, you can see that I have my cross-sectional data on screen, and I can just go next, 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 and actually take a look then at all the different cross-sections that the software has produced for me for this given project. So once I'm happy with the cross-sections, I can make any changes in here that I choose to. I might want to go ahead and actually draw then a series of cross-section sheets. To do that, I'm going to go to my sections menu and say draw section file, and I will then choose the cross-section files that I want to process. Now I've got some layers in here that are established to the national CAD standards, so I'm going to go to my first file here and I'm going to choose I want the existing ground, and then for my second one I'll go ahead and choose the finished ground. And the primary reason for that is my finished ground I have as my road section, and I'll say N for new as an example in here. The reference center line in here will be based on my Highway 52 center line. And then I can go ahead and choose colors and line types and even load up some settings. So I'll just take a look at some of the settings that I've established previously. I'm just going to go ahead and choose OK for right now. And I'm going to plot these out at a 20 scale horizontally and a 10 scale vertically, and I'm going to create these as a series of layout sheets. I'm going to also link these sheets to the cross-section files, so if the cross-section data updates, I'll be prompted whether or not I should update my cross-section sheets. I've also got different offsets, elevations, and descriptions, and slopes and end areas all being labeled in here, and you'll see this information here in just a moment. If I go ahead and choose OK, you can see that we're going to go to our layout or paper space, and we're going to start with layout number XS1 for cross-section 1. And I've also specified, in my case, a section NCS drawing, which is a cross-section sheet that conforms to the national CAD standards. So I have my sheet width and height, the intervals in here that I want to use, and we'll go ahead and say for the sheet layer, I'm just going to go ahead and pick on this, and we'll go into the library. And for my general, I will say that this is the G, and O, and then we'll say title block for my layer. So as I have my settings in here, I'm just going to go ahead and choose OK. And then we will have the cross-section sheets being built, and I've got 3 of them that are in here. So if we take a look at this in cross-section sheet number 1, you can see that I've labeled the sections to start in from the sheet, and so what we'll have in here are the offset values listed here on a per grid basis, the end areas that are established for me, and again here's where we can see we have the different offsets, elevations, offsets and elevations, and then feature codes for labeling and even for stakeout purposes. So we've also annotated in each of the end areas in here for each of these particular sections, and at this point it's just a matter then of telling the software it's time to plot. So we can go underneath the file menu, go ahead and just choose the fact that we want to do a plot, and then plot to a given output device of our choosing. So it's not really difficult to produce sheets inside of Carlson Civil, and that concludes this presentation. Thank you for your time.